I'm receiving an urgent message for a soul that's been asking, should I or should I not? Should I do this or should I not? Should I go full-time doing what I want or should I not? Should I leave or should I not? So I'm hearing kind of like this back and forth energy. I'm tuning into an energy where you already know that where you're meant to go, but you're having some hesitations because you know that there's some cleaning up to do and you're like, oh my God, like, can I really do it? If you're clicking on this video and you're watching this right now, there is something that in your heart space, you know that you've been preparing for something bigger to land in your life. And that something bigger is not something that is kind of material. I'm hearing spiritual. You're preparing for a spiritual expansion. Yes, yes, honey. You're preparing for a spiritual initiation, kind of like a cosmic graduation. I'm hearing for a lot of you guys. If you're tuning into this frequency right now, what I'm feeling for you is that there are some, leftover fears that you need to clean up, and you're not sure how to navigate that. I'm hearing family or friends or co-workers, not really co-workers, but like your workplace, if you're working kind of like in that setting where you don't feel aligned. I just feel like recently you've gone through a lot of eye-opening experiences or spiritual awakening where you realize the old life is no longer. And now you're finding like every freaking strength and courage you have to move into your true life. And you've been taking massive leaps. Okay, so I just want to acknowledge that. Okay, I want to acknowledge you that you've been taking massive leaps of faith and also of action, not just faith. You've been putting in the work, honey. So just want to take a moment, send you the flowers. Okay, I have some fruits. I don't have flowers. I do have flowers. Where are they? I think I left them somewhere. Okay, sorry, no flowers for you for now. Okay, maybe I'll find them, but fruits. Okay, fruits for you. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm in Bali right now. If I don't know if you had snake fruits before, it's kind of like the snake skin, and it's like this very interesting crunchy fruit. So, okay, let me just adjust situation. So what I'm also feeling for you is there is something just right around the corner, and I feel like you've been kind of feeling into it. You've been feeling there's something right around the corner, meaning that maybe that you're meant to meet someone, like, and they're just right around the corner. You're meant to experience an opportunity, and I was about to say activity. So maybe there's an activity around a corner. Maybe you're gonna be invited to go like zip lining or traveling or kayaking. I don't know, whatever activity, or maybe it's just attending a birthday party, and through that opportunity or activity, you are going to weave in the missing pieces, the code encouragement, the words, the wisdom you need to move into your next phase. And I feel like it's not about waiting for something to happen, but it's about some encouragement and confirmation. Okay, so I know that the true thing I'm sharing with you, the true thing is to trust what's in your heart and do the things that needs to be done. But sometimes, guys, we just need that extra encouragement. We need that extra wisdom, and I believe that's why you're manifesting me channeling through your higher self and your God consciousness right now, because what I'm channeling through is what you already know to be true, but maybe you need that extra confirmation, or that like pat on the shoulders or pat on the heart, for you to really trust that this is your path. And I'm here to tell you it's absolutely your path. You wouldn't be seated with the inkling of changing your life, of transforming your life, of doing something so drastic like walking away from your old life, your old relationship, if you don't know intuitively, if your soul hasn't been telling you that you're here for more, you're here for something bigger. And I feel like some of you guys know, maybe it's a recent awakening, or you've known this your entire life, like there's something different about you. There's something that is so magical about you. But the thing is, people don't see it as magical, right? Do they? Right? Most people think that you're irresponsible. I'm hearing that word. You're in and over your head. I don't know what that expression is, but it's something like that. Like they call you like not here, you know? But then you know that the reality, when you close down your eyes, when you visualize, when you tune into your visions, when you meditate, like that world feels more real to you. And what I'm hearing for you is that you always know your divine inheritance. You already know that in your heart you've been seated with codes of the kingdom that were meant to be here together. That's why you are also manifesting me in your life. So whether you're new to my channel, it's your first time, or you've been here forever, it doesn't matter, because if you are connecting and resonating, kind of just like, whoa, what I find resonance with this, because I'm channeling through your higher self, and you know that you're meant to weave a sacred vision, and you're meant to co-create this with the divine. You're meant to bring this on earth. So it's kind of like creating heaven on earth. And your soul knows this, and it's been taking you through initiations after initiation after initiations. And that's why you've been walking away from people, changing the way you live your life, having more boundaries, changing the way that you see self-worth and self-value, stepping to your divine feminine energy, stepping into cleaning, clearing, releasing. So you've been doing a lot of releasing, and it's hard work, guys. So I just want to, again, props to you. I feel like this video is appreciating you for the work that you've done, like truly. But again, the confirmation is you're not here to hold on to that blanket. I'm hearing the old blanket, the old blankie has served you. It gave you that false sense of security. You only needed that blankie because you still think of yourself as a wounded boy, wounded girl, wounded child, or a child, or someone who's not ready, or someone who's weak, or someone who's not fully prepared. But actually, right now, you're being asked to shift your identity to being someone who is ready, who is willing, who is destined to shine. Because if you're watching this right now, you're destined to shine. You're destined to shine. I know it. You're destined to shine. You've been seated with visions of visibility, visions of impact, visions of really genuinely helping people from a heart and soul space. So that's why it's really hard for you to do anything that feels like transactional, or like, okay, I do this, you pay me, okay, like clock in, clock out, like that. Maybe you've done it and you're still doing it or whatever, but like it's not resonating. Like it's not resonating. And it's because you didn't come here to do things like that, to work in that paradigm. You came here to change it. You came here to seed the new earth consciousness and show people that it's possible for you to be in service of the divine and be abundantly rewarded and be abundantly blessed. And it's not even like, oh yeah, it's possible. It's the code, it's the instruction, it's the very instruction of what you came here to do and what you came here to be. So when you actually expand your consciousness and you have your remembrance of why your soul came here, so that's like your soul blueprint, that's your divine template, that's your cosmic remembrance, that's your spiritual awakening. When you kind of come home to all of that, you will begin to feel exceptionally uncomfortable with denser energies. So denser energies can be anything like a workplace that it is like toxic, or even if it's not toxic, but it's just so bureaucratic, or like, why are we talking about this? Like, why am I even doing this? Does it even matter? Right? Or why am I dealing with clients who are ungrateful? Right? Some of you guys, all of a sudden, you can have kind of emerging issues with your spouses and your family, and and people who are close to you, your close friends. And that's I think that's the hardest part. And I know for me, in my personal spiritual journey, that's the hardest part, because we're so heart-based. And when we shift frequency, not everyone is going to meet us in that area. So you can be experiencing like a falling off kind of thing. And it's kind of difficult when that person is someone who's close to you, right? And yeah, I mean, I feel you. What I'll share with you is, don't focus on them. I know, but it's about focusing on you, because anything that's true is going to be in your life. It's going to prosper with you. It's going to grow and evolve with you, even if it's like it seems like last minute. It's like, oh no, not align, not align. But then at the last minute, at the last leg, they'll come around. So the truth is, what's meant for you is meant for you. Who's meant for you is gonna be meant for you. And maybe it's a season or it's long term or whatever it might be. But you figuring it out and you trying to catch that person up to speed, so to speak, it's going to feel like you're wasting your time or wasting your effort. And the truth is, that's not how it works, because we don't manipulate and change things in the 3D. We shift in the higher dimension, which is when you close down your eyes, you open your third eye, you see with your spiritual eyes what you want to see, right? If you want to see visions of you being happy and fulfilled, you have that. You see that vision, and then it's going to be projected out. And actually, when you become your highest and truest version of self, the people who are meant to be in your life will be in your life. The people who are not meant to be in your life will fall off. The people who are meant to take a break from your life as you are transitioning, and stabilize into your true self, will feel a little bit resistant. So just let them. Okay, the best thing and the most easy, I say easy, but I know it's not easy. Okay, I witness you, I see you, I feel you. But it's the best thing, because you're not forcing anything. Because the true thing is about flow, not force. The true thing is to surrender to your destiny path, because your destiny path is like a flow of a river. The river has a certain way of flowing, but when we resist it, we're like, no, I want that, raft, that canoe from far away to catch up with me. So I'm gonna somehow stay here while the water is flowing. I'm gonna hold on to this rock, and the water is flowing, and you're like, you know what I mean? You get the idea, right? It's just a struggle. But the thing is, if that canoe is meant to be side by side with your canoe, I don't know why this is so funny with the whole canoe thing. Something will happen. They'll do like a speed jump or something, they'll hit that star or that mushroom like Super Mario car, and then they'll like find you. Oh my god. But no, seriously guys, this is the time where you have to just really surrender to anything from the 3D that feels old, outdated, or a little bit kind of, it feels like this, like it can break anytime now. Just allow it to happen, because things happen through God. Things happen through something that's bigger than us. It's the same force that creates us into this being that we are, that the 9 months as a fetus and come to a baby. It's not like, let me speed things up and make it 5 months. It's just like there is a time, there's a process, there's a divine flow for everything. So when we try to kind of like play God, or when we try to play the orchestration of it, it feels very resistant. So just always remember that your true path is meant to feel more flowy. Sometimes it's gonna feel, it doesn't mean that it's always easy, but there is an ease and flow in your soul. Okay, your 3D can feel like, I'm not sure if this ease and flow, but check in with your soul, check in with your spirit. It's gonna feel right, even though it's a hard decision. Even if you know that you're meant to pack everything and leave and be somewhere else, like in your 3D world, it doesn't feel like it's easy at all, but there's something in your soul that feels this immense peace, this immense freedom, this immense resonance, this immense even urgency. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing for you. If you're hearing anything that feels urgent, that's the thing. Like urgent beyond sensical, urgent beyond reasoning, that's the one for you. It's just like when I got the calling to go to Bali, I literally booked a flight out the next day, packed my bags, said bye to my grandma, see you later. I'll be back sometimes. There was something that's so urgent within my heart, and I was shown these visions, and my energy felt like it's needed to be here. And I kid you not, when I came here, everything blew up, everything, there's huge cosmic initiations that I was undergoing, and there's no way you know, and I feel like I shifted timelines. Sometimes portals will call to you, vortexes will call to you, certain energies will call to you. And that's something that I experienced in my life as someone who, you know, can hear these things very loudly. Sometimes I will hear the energy that calls to me from a place that maybe I've never been before, but I just have to trust and surrender. And because I've integrated this kind of muscle in my life, like I'm not afraid of the unknown. Like I trust my intuition 100%. And if you allow yourself to really kind of like muscle train your intuition and you can hear clearly like this, your life will be a lot easier. That you will recognize when it's flow, when it's alignment, and when it's not. It's going to be very clear. But, you know, just to have full transparency, I live my life in a very kind of like hermity way, in a very kind of like a solitude way. You know, I don't talk to a lot of people except for you guys, hi, and my clients and my close friends and family. But the truth is, sometimes the divine God, all that is, will prepare you for your cosmic role, your cosmic initiation through solitude, through hermit mode, through unsubscribing everything and everyone, so that you can hear the voice of God clearly. You can hear what's true and what's not, because only when you're not watching things all the time, you're not consuming so much content, when you're not listening to this person's opinion, that person's opinion, and you begin to selectively choose what you are going to read, what you are going to watch, you know, and spending more time in meditation, in journaling, right, in channeling, in being present, being in nature. That's when you actually clarify your vessels. That's how you become more psychic and more aware, because you hear everything, you see everything, you know, and you can feel the energy. And if you're watching this right now, I know that you're very empathic. I know that you're intuitive. And what I'm hearing for you, there's next level attunement, okay? And this is something that I teach inside my Intuitive Goddess course. If you're interested, it's a 3-day Intuitive Goddess initiation. You can see the links below. But it's about, we have to, you know, intuition works on these 1 and 2 principle. So the first one is trust. When you tap into your intuition, you have to trust it, right? You have to trust this is, you know, the divine plan, God's plan, the true vision for you. That's what you're meant to experience. How do you tap into your trust? Well, you need to begin healing any trust wounds within you. You need to begin to unsubscribe from any like vices and stuff like that, and begin to listen to the voice of God within you. And then the second part is flow. When you get the download, when you get the info, when you get the intuitive hits, what do you have to do? You have to flow with it. Okay, success loves speed. I love for you to write this down. Success loves speed. The faster you can implement and take action on your vision, on your intuition, the faster like crazy magical things can happen. And I've seen it in my life over and over and over again, and in my clients' life over and over and over and again. It's like that. When you know you're meant to do something, you do it. When you know you're meant to book something, you book it. If you know you're meant to work with someone, talk to them, you do it. If you know that you're meant to go somewhere, you do it. Like, if you know you're meant to do something and you find the bravery and courage and do it ASAP, you're gonna see this like boosh, this like magnetic pull, this life altering, this quantum leaping effect. So that's actually when people talk about the quantum leap, is your spiritual energy is aligning with your physical energy. So you see the vision in your spiritual eyes, you say yes to it, and then you take action, right? We have to combine the spiritual and the physical. And when that is all integrated, your life is going to be next level, and you won't even recognize yourself. And the truth is, you haven't met your true self yet. You haven't met your true self yet. She or he or them that they're calling you, they've been calling you. They've been calling you to be in places that are of your true frequency, of your true vibration. They've been calling you to experience things and people and situations and even food and even clothes that are of your true vibration, of your true frequency. And some of you guys can be feeling like you're outgrowing the old, like your environment, your beddings. I don't know, I'm seeing that. Your beddings, your the furnitures in your home, your friend circle, your work, like you're outgrowing things. And I think that's the hardest part. And that's most people get stuck on, because it's hard to let go, right? It's because of attachment. Letting go is not hard. It's the attachment, or it's the false attachment to the old life, the old comfort. It's all illusion. It doesn't give you true joy. That's why you're feeling suffering or frustration right now, because you know that it's not true joy. True joy is in divine love, divine service, divine peace. Excuse me, guys. Honestly, I didn't meant to make this video. I was just chilling here, and then I just felt it was coming in. So then I decided to record it for you. But you're ready to letting it go. You're ready to transform your life. Okay? All right. By the way, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your good energy. And I think of you as my cosmic BFF and my soul family. I feel like that's why we're so comfortable. We're like eating now. Oh my God. I think we're getting too comfortable, guys. But seriously, I want you to just receive what you're meant to receive. Like, who cares? Who cares about the optics? Who cares about anything like that? I just hope this message finds you the exact moment you need to hear it. Let me know what comes through for you. I love to read all your comments and connect with you. Subscribe, because we post here every day, so you can be a part of our family. I have my Awaken community down below, and all the resources. If you want to connect with me one-on-one, there's resources for you as well. Okay? I love you so much.